Hey guys, it's kind of late in the day, but here I am, just sitting. It's finally nice out. We had heat and humidity today, but summer, so whatever. So, some more healthy stuff. I hate when my shirt does this. I guess because I'm always kind of lean forward. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught in military when interpersonals. Lean forward to show interest. But anyway, so healthy stuff. Anyway, no, let me back up. I've had a good day. There was at the Da Vinci Science Center here in Pennsylvania. I had a cool display exhibit of like dinosaur type stuff and everything. Took the boys, had a great time, great day out. They still insisted on masks no matter what your vaccination state or anything else. So that was not cool, but still, we had a great day out. So anyway, yeah, it's a nice day. So healthy stuff. I've really been feeling like a better human being, getting brain chemistry right with making my body feel right, like it's all connected. So a couple more challenges so let me just put this out there. Somebody on my Facebook page asked me what companies I was doing these challenges through, and I answered it. And Facebook flagged it as spam or promotional or whatever. And of course I appealed it, but they're like, nope. So they removed my response. And Facebook is the monopoly god king of all media. You can't talk to a person to be like, look, all I did was name the companies I was doing these challenges through. I was paying money to participate in these challenges, and they're Zuck and his Zuckness. Anyway, so there are a number of companies that I do it with. Basically, I pick either the symbolic challenge or the medal that I like, that I want to earn. That's what I do. But there are some very symbolic challenges I want to do. Like one that I just completed was this one, which the cause that is near and dear to my heart, of course. So this one was, the proceeds of this go to mental health, charities and associations that help people that need help. So this was a cool one. It was just a 5K, and I say now it's just a 5K, but that's because I've been doing so many of these that are 5Ks that it's like, I feel good. I feel good being able to say like, oh, it was just a 5K, because once upon a time, the military, the Army and the Air Force both love to do what they call fun runs, a fun run 5K, which is always some battalion or wing commander's idea who never gets out to see his troops. So he decides, oh, I'm going to be a good leader today, or I'm going to be a good leader today by forcing my people to run in terrible conditions with me at a shuffling pace so that the slowest of the slow can keep up, so I can destroy everybody's knees all at once at a 5K around the base or post. And it'll be fun, though, because we'll call cadence the whole time. And everyone will love to participate because I'll be out there with them and they'll see their highest commander out there. No, it's not fun for fucking anybody, because the pace sucks, and because if good runners out there, or any runner out there, you know that being forced to run at a slower pace than you're capable of hurts. It hurts your joints. And I'm sorry, I wish to God I was one of these people that enjoyed running, that liked it, that it felt good. I'm still waiting to find the runner's high. Never gotten it. So, being forced to run in a organization-wide formation, calling cadence the whole time, and now they're not even good cadences, because now they're, or some people call them Jodies or whatever, or the Air Force called them something stupid. But they have to be all clean and everything now, and non-offensive and politically correct. They're not even the good ones that we used to do. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's just, something that this commander can put on their officer performance report of like base morale and fitness and organization. Anyway, I'm sorry, getting way off topic. So anyway, but that's like what, 5K fun runs are like. So I have this innate, ingrained hatred for 5Ks. Now, if you just want to tell me that for PT in the morning, it's going to be an at your pace, run 3 miles. Okay, fine, that's different. But 3.1 miles, about 5K anyway. But now I say like, all right, 5K. And, I'm not trying to like beat a time or anything like that. I'm, because there's been so long that my body has been on the disabled list for stuff. I've been working for the joy of being able to say like, oh my God, I did it. And that's what, so that's what the medals represent to me, is the tangible, I did this. And a lot of them are accomplishment over time. There are 5K ones that you can do in a day, but like a lot of them, like the Niagara Falls one, it's 140 miles. So, obviously that's not a day. They have a marathon one. They have a New York City marathon, 26.2. Is that what it is? They have the Athens marathon, which is where, modern marathons come from. Marathon, that's a place in Greece that, but God bless the marathon runners that do it in a day. I'm not doing 26 miles in a day. So a lot of them are cumulative over time, and you can build them up. And, that's why the apps are really good, like Fitbit, Garmin, Nike, Apple Fit, whatever, and some. So anyway, I'm getting off track. So when I pick what I'm going to do, I kind of look at all the different companies, and I'm like, which symbolically has one that I want to complete. And the thing I liked about the Niagara Falls was that, it culminates in, first of all, it's a cool looking medal. Yeah, I'll bite off on something fancy and shiny. But it's a cool looking medal, and it's with that company, the Conqueror Challenges, where it uses Google Maps, so you get to see the sites of where you are, and they do the virtual postcards. Or is that Pacer? I can't remember the difference right now. But they send you virtual postcards of different stops along the way, and you get to learn a little bit of the geography and the history of the place. And it finishes on the New York side of the border at Niagara Falls, which, I'm a native New Yorker, which is cool. The New York City Marathon one, obviously, grew up in New York City, and I remember my dad, growing up, was in like a little running club, and never understood that, but every Sunday him and his friend Frank would go running, and they'd bring us fresh bagels. And so Sundays when he was home, but that's another story. But him and watching the New York City Marathon on TV was always a big deal for them. I never understood why, but it was a memory. It was a childhood memory. So that is a symbolic one for me to accomplish. There are some that I just think is awesome, like I'm going to do Hadrian's Wall, which, if you're not familiar, Hadrian's Wall is it's separated through Roman legion times, what would become England, the barbarians from the area the Romans controlled, and it was about 90 miles from coast to coast in England, and Hadrian's Wall was what the legionnaires would patrol. It's basically who would become the Celts, or they were the savages on one side and the modern civilized Romans on the other. But again, it's so it's a cool looking medal, but it symbolizes something in history, and it was a big defensive kind of thing, and I relate to it, having served in a place where we considered ourselves the legionnaires patrolling against the savages. So anyway, I get my tangents. So I work through I go with a bunch of different companies online. There's YesFit, there's Virtual Runners. Virtual Runners and Virtual Running are two different ones. Pacer, Conqueror. There's a bunch. There's just a bunch that you can go through. One of the ones I just did that I was really happy to do was the I love this and I did this one just for the fun of the medal. The Area 51K. Get it? Area 51K. Yeah. It's a cool medal, and it is just a cool thing to do. And being familiar with the container and seeing the men in black dudes from the Department of Energy walking around the Nellis area when we were doing exercises on the Nellis test and training range, making sure that nobody violated the sanctity of the container. That was those do, and they dress like men in black, which is the funniest thing. And they do that on purpose as an inside joke, but also it's like as a wait, what is that for real? But yeah, Department of Energy runs. If you didn't know that, what people call Area 51, they own that. They own that. Weird, huh? Yeah. But and they take it very seriously. They take it super serious if you're doing a mission out there and the container, the rectangle, the airspace above Groom Lake Test Facility. They take it super serial. If anybody even comes close to that, and that's a whole nother. Maybe that's a military story I'll tell sometime. And it's right in the middle of the test range, of the Nevada Test and Training Range, where we're flying and we're on the range, on the ground, doing stuff and all stuff. And then there's one night. There's actually 2 nights in the course of weapons school, the big, putting it all together, mission employment phase, where we are allowed to fly through that airspace, and the briefings and the hassle and the planning and and they have the men in black in every phase watching everything. And I mean, like, if the jet that they approve, down to the serial number of the jet and the pilot's social security number that's going to be flying that jet, and if that jet breaks and you got to go to a spare jet, you don't get to. It doesn't get the spare jet doesn't get to fly over the airspace. Only the approved jets with the serial. It's crazy. I'm sorry, tangents again. So anyway, but the Area 51K was pretty cool. I really liked it, and that's through ACE races. So there's a whole bunch of different. This is not going in the direction I thought it was gonna go, guys. So anyway, so I just did 2 more, which were cumulative ones, through virtual runners, which were cool. One was, and you guys will see the medals soon, but one was the Route 66, and it started. So I'm really happy to do that because my boys, the movie Cars by Pixar, both just loved cars, and so Route 66, the Mother Road, is like kind of it's a special kind of thing for us because it's big in the movie. And so I was like, a Route 66 challenge, I gotta do it. And so it coincides with the anniversary. June 26th is when it was decertified as like an interstate highway kind of thing and became just a route. And so you have a month to do 66 miles, and so that was fun. So I just did that and submitted my stuff. And then through the same company, they had one that it was a hike, not a running thing, but a hike. And it was a 15K in a day, which is 9.32 miles. And so you could run it, but it's it's a hike. So, but I got my certificate for that already. Here, look at I'm gonna cut in my certificate for that. So yeah, that was pretty fun to do throughout the day, just to get that. Everybody has their own motivation. Coming from my background, and again, Napoleon's quote, a man will fight long and hard for a little colored piece of ribbon. I love having the medals just to look at and be like, yeah, that one was, I remember what I did during that one. So it's going really well. This stuff, if you guys have seen the video on it, the Kenko, the dehydrated fruit vegetable shakes, I am loving them. I'm absolutely, in fact, I'm out of my first box, and I just put an order in for my second box, which I got a much bigger order than the first one. I've discovered that mixing them with fruit juice is the way to go. I still have not done yogurt or milk, but pineapple juice, cranberry juice, awesome. there's a video review of the whole initial experience there, which I loved. And there's if you're interested, there's a give 10 get 10 code in there, which somebody already did, which is cool. But I absolutely love this, and I get my 5 servings of fruits and veggies and fiber and all that stuff every day just from this, which is, and it tastes, and they're good. I really enjoy them. Ethan likes it too. Aiden not so much, but Aiden kind of doesn't like anything, so that's okay. So I still have to do the review on the Raise energy drinks, which I really like, and I especially like the Hyper Sleep formula, which I just recently tried. So you'll get a whole video on that soon. Next thing I got to start working on is, I've been working on healthier eating, but like really meal prep and planning. That's coming soon. And then an actual calisthenic style workout routine. I gotta go in baby steps, because this old man's broken up body can't handle it all at once, but I'm working on it. So I'm feeling much better, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to get out and do things I used to be able to do, which hopefully will mean, you know, you guys have been asking me to get out and do like kind of survival kind of videos in the woods. I'm feeling in a much better position to do stuff like that coming soon. So I think yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for letting me just babble about healthier stuff, show off some of the stuff. Whatever motivation works for you is good motivation. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. The only thing better than motivation is false motivation, by the way. That's a military saying. Fake it till you make it. So whatever you got to tell yourself to get up and moving and make it happen, you do it. Until you find that real motivation, that thing that hits you like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. So I'm starting to feel like the old me, which is great. I miss it. I miss him. I'd love to introduce him to you guys. I started this channel on the deployment where I got hurt. So you guys never really got to meet that dude, that 100% me. And it'd be cool if I could get back to that. It really would. So I appreciate the motivation you guys are giving me. That is part of it, you know, that sort of, that external motivation is awesome. Love you guys. I'm going to keep you in the loop, if for no other reason than because every once in a while somebody's like, hey, you can do it. Keep going. That helps. That's awesome. So remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Tato's been here the whole time. You haven't seen him. He's a little shy today, but he's out here with me. He goes with me sometimes for the walks and runs. And there's a dog. There's a hero dog one too, where you get a medal and then you get a little thing for your dog's collar. We're gonna do those together. There's one a month. Yeah. So we're gonna start doing those. They're shorter, of course, for the doggies, but you'll see Tato's medals too. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I love you guys. You're all awesome, and I'll be back again soon.